Hi, I'm Amy and I recently returned from the best summer I could have possibly had. I was lucky enough to go to Camp Phuket and spend just over 3 weeks travelling around Phuket, Phi Phi Island and Krabi. So once I'd actually decided that I was going to go to Camp Thailand, I had to choose between one of the 4 locations. So there's Camp Phuket, Camp Elephant, Camp Island Hop and Backpackers Party. So I had a look through them all and Camp Phuket just really stood out for me. I think when I thought of Thailand, I thought of beaches, the markets, elephants, and Camp Phuket kind of offered all of that. So I was like, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. I booked it about 9 months before I actually went because I just thought it would give me enough time to like get everything together with knowing that I had an actual place on camp, because it'd be pretty gutting if I saved and then couldn't get on. And so I literally paid like a small deposit. I think it changes with each camp. I think it's 8 weeks before I actually went that I had to pay the rest, so it's quite good in that respect that I had all that time as well. Time to like get my flights sorted and all of that sort of stuff, like DBS and insurance and stuff. The process was actually really easy. So once you paid your deposit, you get given an online portal. It shows all of this basically. You get given each section and to upload, so it's not as though you're like just, oh my god, like I don't know any of this, like what to sort out and stuff. Like it's literally all there for you. I'd really recommend taking all of your documentation in like one big secure slippery fish, so none of it can get lost. You can keep it in your safe when you're at the hotels. And in my documentation, I think I took obviously my passport, copy of my passport, a copy of my DBS, all my insurance details, copy of where you're staying at the hotel as well, because when you're on the plane you get given like this little slip thing, visa thing, don't really know what it is, and you just have to fill it out, but you have to give the information of where you're staying at the hotel. So but camp literally tell you all of this, and so it's fine. So I get the question all the time about what my favourite part was on the entire thing. And I know it sounds so cringy, but honestly, the friends I made on that trip, they really made the trip, like how amazing it was. Without them, it would have been a completely different experience. And I'm so thankful that I actually got to meet everyone who was on my camp. We all made like our own little groups within one big group, but we all came together and there was always people to talk to, go out with, and I think I really liked how different it all was. Before I went, a lot of people thought like the reps are going to be quite just people there to help you out and to guide you, which they are, but also they're your mate and they want to have a laugh with you and they want to come out with us. Being able to go to schools in Thailand was just incredible. Kids were just so sweet and so like they just wanted to learn so much. I remember like one lunchtime the kids like had like a little shop and they went and bought loads of snacks and like were sharing them with us, and they were just so sweet. And even though we were in their country and didn't know a word of Thai, they tried so hard to understand us. I do know that a lot of people, including myself, were a bit like anxious about going to do the teaching because, you know, there's a lot of things that you think about, like how am I going to teach in this heat? Quite worried about the actual teaching. So you get a lesson by your reps first before you go. They like go through it, they teach us some songs and all that sort of stuff. The next day you get put into a group and you and your group sort of have some free time to like plan out what you're gonna do with the kids and stuff. You and your group then get given a bunch of kids and it kind of rotates, but literally the reps are always there if you need to ask them any questions or are struggling or need some help. And you've also got your friends all around you. It's literally like you don't spend the whole day there, so you either do a morning or an afternoon. And the heat, yes, it is hot, but you are going to Thailand, so you've got to kind of expect that. I would recommend bringing a coat, like not obviously a winter coat, but just like a little rain jacket, a poncho kind of thing, because if it does rain it will pour down and you will just get absolutely soaked. And it depends when you go as well. Like we went in August, so I was actually there for the rainy season, and I think it rained like 3 days out of the whole time we were there, so we were so lucky. One day it rained, so me and 2 of my friends went to a shopping mall, and I know the boys went the cinema and bowling. That day we actually went kayaking and the rain literally comes as quickly as it goes. We spent the day sunbathing and drinking smoothies, and we paid about, I think it was $100 100 baht, which is like £2.70 or something. These guys literally give you a kayak and they just set you off and you can just go kayaking around the sea, which I think is amazing. Railay Beach, I think that's how you say it. It's just so beautiful and it's amazing. So when we did go on the island hopping, we got to these islands and it was just like nothing else I've seen. It was incredible. It's like looking through a filter kind of thing. That's the only way I could explain it. The sea is just this unreal blue and you're jumping off these boats and you're with your best mates and you're looking at fish and you're snorkeling, and it just is incredible. Like, it's one of them experiences that you will never forget. Well, the whole experience of Camp Phuket, but the day we went island hopping, like we went to Monkey Beach and saw all these monkeys, and we went to this cave and it was incredible. So when I look back, there's actually so much that I did. The elephant sanctuary was just an incredible day. It's so sad actually to see how elephants are still being treated, because all around Thailand, when we were going to places and stuff, you still see people riding elephants and people like going to shows and stuff with elephants. And when we went to the sanctuary, we actually saw the effects of that. So there was elephants that were still kind of traumatized by the abuse that they did face in Thailand. So, you know, being able to bath them and swim with them and feed them and all that sort of stuff was so incredible. We were so lucky that we got to do that with them, and it was just the best. I would 100% recommend Camp Phuket to anyone. No, I mean anyone, because I was the youngest, being 18, but there was someone there that was 25 and like all ages. It was the best thing I've ever done, and I've got so many memories from it. I actually loved it so much that I think a month later that I got home, I had such Thailand blues that I booked to do Camp Bali next year. So I'm off to do Camp Bali, and I know some other people from my camp are doing like Camp South Africa, which is really cool. If you're even thinking about doing it, talk to someone, talk to some of the camp team, watch videos, look at their Instagram, and I promise you it will convince you in like 2 seconds that you want to do it, because it is just amazing. And I wish I could relive every single moment.